Hi, Courtney here again. Today I want to talk about a question that I hear all the time from customers, which is, how do you ensure that you have a large enough bench of workers so that you can manage peak seasons appropriately and you can hit your deadlines? How do you build a high-performance work culture in a warehouse? And so that's what we're going to talk a lot about today. In our company, we have about 100 full-time workers and anywhere from 100 to 300 temp workers that we bring in each day. And in our business, we call those associate workers. Attitude is everything. You have to make sure that you have people who are excited to work, who want to be there, and you don't have to have every single person on the team be that way, but you definitely need the leadership to be that way, and that over time will kind of trickle itself down and create a culture and a buzz within your culture that excites people. People like to come to work at our facility because our managers are excited about what they're going to accomplish that day. Everybody here is bought in and they want to see the company be successful and they want to see their customers be successful, and that starts at the top. Bryan, my husband, he has said for years and years and years, and he drives the Cinnamon managers' heads whenever he's talking to them, he says, people don't show up every day for money. They show up for money, but they really show up for respect. They want to know that they are doing something that's going to be helping a larger cause than themselves, and they want to be appreciated for that. People come to work every day because they want to see the company be successful, they want to see their customers be successful, and they want to achieve something, and they want to know that at the end of the day they won that day. And so building a culture that's based on respect and based on that positivity and based on winning, I think is what's really been so successful for us. In our business, you know, there are days when morale is not what we wish it would be. And that maybe we have a project that's just extremely complicated and it's the very beginning of it and we're not profitable on that project yet, and everyone just feels like, you know, we're not successful yet. Well, we actually have a Hypeman, and his job is to go around and to build hype within our company. So figuring out what it is that people are feeling a little bit discouraged about, what are people feeling a little demotivated about today, what can we do maybe on a larger level to help supplement that feeling of happiness that usually our people have when they feel like they're winning when we're first starting off on a project, or we're tired because we've worked through a peak season and, you know, and a lot of people are tired. So having someone who's always thinking about how to celebrate the wins, celebrate the people, celebrate the environment, and celebrate what we do. Sometimes that even is, you know, just really reminding people of what our purpose is as a company. We're here to help companies be successful. We're here to help companies grow. And if we're helping our clients grow, our company's going to grow. And opportunities within the company are going to continue to grow. So people within the company have more opportunities to grow. Second thing is process. It's really important on any project, any new account that comes in, to have very clear objectives about what you're trying to accomplish for this customer, what really matters to them, what is winning going to look like for them. And if you hear me talk very much, you're going to hear me talk about winning a lot because we love to win within our company. And so, you know, what does that really look like and what does that really mean, and nailing that down. And then once we have an understanding of that on the sales level or the management level, trickling that down into the employee level to understand exactly what it means for them. What do they have to do right in order for the company to win that day? So having very clear objectives. Another thing is creating a coaching environment within your company. So in our business, you know, people are going to make mistakes, and that's okay. But you have to structure things to make sure that those people are going to be successful. So if you're having trouble where you're not having you know, consistency, like maybe you're having quality issues, maybe you're having production issues, maybe you're having deadline issues, it may be that you're giving one person too many different opportunities to make mistakes. So simplifying that role for that warehouse worker to where they can't do anything except for win. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say that you're doing an FBA prep project and you have to open a box, take all the contents out, put new stickers on each item that's within that box, reclose the box, and then put a case label on the outside and send it down the line, and then we're going to have to do the FBA prep process. Well, you don't want one person doing every single one of those steps. You want one person doing one step. So simplifying the process so that your people can win, I think is another key thing. Another really important thing is structure. How is your workday structured? Are you requiring people to work on the weekends? Are you requiring people to work overtime? And are you working within people's lives? So in our area, we are lucky to have great people who want overtime, and we look for people who want overtime. And we're very lucky to have people who are flexible in terms of their schedule. to where, if we start something today, we can finish it today. But there are places where there isn't as much labor, there aren't as many opportunities for workers, and you have to kind of work with who you have. And if you're in that case right now, if you're in that spot right now, I would really suggest restructuring your work schedule so that you can accommodate more moms, single moms, people who want to come in and work, but they can't necessarily do a full 8-hour shift, and they certainly can't do a 12-hour shift, and they don't have the flexibility to where they can come in and work and not know exactly when they're going to get done. If you think about people in this pay range, a lot of them have to have rides, they have to catch buses, they have to have friends who are going to come pick them up. So understanding that worker and understanding how to structure their day so that you can be successful and they can be successful is another big piece of that. Great example or great idea for you. If you really need a 12-hour shift and you're having trouble with people falling out in the afternoons, or you really need a second shift and you're having trouble staffing that second shift, maybe you look at doing a 6-hour shift that ends at lunch and having a later lunch, and then using that lunch break as a transition, and then having another 6-hour shift after that lunch so that you actually have a 12 or 13-hour day. Maybe some people can manage that whole day, but maybe others just really need that 6-hour shift in the morning or a 6-hour shift in the afternoon. So that's another really, easy way to restructure things to make it easier for your people. And it's not going to cost you anything because you're already having to do a ramp up at lunch, right after lunch anyway. Another thing that's really important for managing and creating a high performance culture is KPIs. So how do your people know if they're winning? How do you know if you're winning? How do your managers know if they're winning? You need to know that through the day in order to keep people excited, because if everyone in your culture is there to win, they have to know if they're winning or not. And if they know if they know that they're not winning, they know what they have to do to win at that point. So to give you an example, in our business, we have product that comes in and out every day. We do about 100,000 units for one of our favorite fashion brands, and it's FBA prep and wholesale prep. And so we receive trucks at about 7 in the morning. All of that product has to be prepped and ready to go out the door that afternoon by like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We know by station how many units each worker has accomplished. We know what customer that worker has experience with. And we are able to see on a screen, who's winning and who's not. What areas are really rocking along right now, what areas need some extra help. And then that gives our managers a visual to be able to go over to the areas and to the people who need a little extra support and figure out what that issue is. Maybe those people are are working a wholesale account that's just too complicated for them and they need to be moved to a simpler project. Maybe there are too many people in one area and there's talking and you need to split that up. But having those visuals of exactly what it takes to win and knowing whether or not you're winning during the day, that is the key to having a high performance work culture. And in our business, we're not the highest paid. Our workers are not the highest paid workers. We don't have AC in our building, and we do expect people to work hard when they're here, but they like working here because they know whether they're winning or not, and they want to win, and they want to be a part of success, and they want to feel that culture of success around them. So hopefully these are helpful for you. If you have any questions or if you have any other ideas that you'd like to drop down below, feel free to do that. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Have a great afternoon. Bye.